my fifth video for graph series grade 10 lessons. We'll see next question. Parabolic, we've drawn many earlier shown types and drawing method and calculation using the graph, answering the problem, how to use the graph. See next question, write this: y equal 2x square minus 1. Y equal 2x square minus 1. So the drawing graph, first the table, x and y values. So here I use x is minus 2 to plus 2, because if you put 3 that becomes very large y value. It's difficult to plot our large y values. So copy the table and fill the y value. Find the y coordinates, respect for the each and every x values. If x equal minus 2, if x equal minus 2, what is y answer? Y equal 2 times minus 2 square minus 1. Put x for minus 2. So what is that? 2 times minus 2 square is plus 4. So what is that? 4 times 2, 8. Subtract 1, 7. Right? Yes, 7. When x minus 2, y 7. If x is minus 1, what is y? If x equal minus 1. Methods are important. Correct it by substitute. Evaluate the answer. Put x for minus 1. Y equal 2 times minus 1 square minus 1. So what is that? Y equal 2 into minus 1 square is positive, minus multiple plus 1. So what is the answer? 2 times 1, 2, 1, then here 1. Put x for 0, what happened? If x is 0, 2 times 0, 0. It's completely 0, minus 1 available. X 0, y minus 1. Next, if x is 1, if x is 1, see what is y. Y equal 2 times 1 square minus 1. Put x for 1. Now simplify. What is 1 square is 1. 1 into 1 is 1 now. 1 times 2, 2. 2 minus 1, 1. If x is 2, check that answer 7. Check that. I said last class, after complete the table, see the table, y always becomes symmetrically distributed. 7, 7, 1, 1. See, y always symmetric. Is this graph minimum or maximum? Very first video I said the idea. In front of x square, positive come graph is minimum. Remember, not only for grade 10. You have future another 1 year later for O levels. Same graphs come there. So I publish, you can see grade 11, 10 videos for grade 11. All full solution of parabolic shapes. If you're very clear this, we intend to answer that also. You can try the grade 11 video and check it. So is the idea, table complete. Now prepare a table, that graph sheet, coordinate axis. X-axis, Y-axis, origin. Take large, I shown some graph sheet to your view, for your view that the shape of how to take the full scales, right? So take up to large scale 2 squares with the graph sheet you draw, no any spiral notebooks. Left side minus 1, minus 2, upwards up to 7. And here there's already minus 1. So when x is minus 2, y is 7. X minus 2, y 7. X minus 1, y 1. X 0, y minus 1. X 1, y 1, right? X 2, y 7. And now draw this smooth curve, minimum minimum graph. See how the shape. So by I hope you can, because this fourth or fifth question, parabolic shape. So now you're familiar how to draw, no mistakes. You can take a smooth curve. The peak points are the important, right? So not only drawing, there are some other parts below. So I will give that now one by one. Right, question 1, Roman 1. So actually the problem 1 is what? Fill the table. Problem 2 is what? Draw the graph. That's already complete. So I say this, right, number 1. Write the equation of the symmetric axis. Write the equation of the symmetric axis. Write the equation of the symmetric axis. So no doubt, I said grade 10 syllabus always, y is the symmetric, y line is the symmetric. See here 1, here 1, there is 7, here 7, y always symmetric. So what the equation x equals 0? X equals 0 is the symmetric line equation, right? Right, number 2, second part. Write the minimum value of the function. Write the minimum value of the function. So those which touch continuously following my video series, it's a simple problem. Write the minimum value. So every graph has a minimum or maximum, no? It's the minimum part. Last value called the minimum y value, not the x value, right? So what the y value? -1. Minimum value is -1. Right, number 3, third part. Write the coordinates of the turning point. Write the coordinates of the turning point. Write the coordinates of the turning point. That also I said this frequently asking question for grade 10, also in O levels. So this the turn comes decreasing, increasing, no? It's turning point. But the coordinate, you 2 points, x and y. x0, y -1. 0, -1. Turning point coordinate. Right, next part. Write the range of x. Write the range of x. Write the range of x where the function negative. Write the range of x where the function negative. Write the range of x where the function negative. I explained last video many important ideas of range. I shown you 4 ranges available for a parabolic shape. Go through and see, very important for the future. So what is the function negative? Graph. Function means graph or y value. Y negative below the x-axis. Below the x-axis graph is negative. This part is minus. This part is minus. Here what is y value? 7, y6, y5. Those are newcomers. See, this is the idea. Here y is 2, y is 4 or 3.5, like that. It's a positive y value. Here what is y? -1/2, -1/4, -1, like that. And this is y is negative. These graph parts are y negative. That's called function negative. So what are the x boundaries for that? From here to here. These 2 are the answers. Between this point, y is negative. So if you draw proper in a graph sheet only, you can assume what is this value. So I hope this may be what this side I say negative 0.7 example. I don't know, you see your work that clearly. Same answer comes this side also. So -0.7 less than x less than plus 0.7. Or if you say 0.5 or whatever, you see, you write your own answer from the graph sheet from between these 2, right? That is, graph is negative range of x. Right, next part 5. Using your graph, find the value of square root 5 or 3. Say 3. Using your graph, find the value of square root 3. So Sometimes in your book there's no question to find the square root, but most provincial papers, grade 10 papers, central province, western province like this, square root is very important using the graph, also especially in the grade 11. So I already shown one problem last video. So see, once again I'll explain the idea how to find the square root using the graph. So what the graph we drawn, the equation is y equal 2x square minus 1 is the graph that we drawn here, right? I say first equation. Now you prepare a new equation called let x equal root 3, x equal root 3. If they ask square root 5, you take x equal root 5. If they ask square root 7, you take x equal root 7. If they ask square root 4, you take, but they want ask square root 4. That is 2. They want ask square root 9. Here we call irrational number. Cannot find exact solution, roots up, we find using the graph. Okay, now I said the idea, we have to solve these two equations, two pair of the simultaneous equation. The main part, remove the x square. Try to remove the x square. The easy method, you put x4 square root 3, put x4 square root 3 in the first equation, substitute. So 1, 2 gives you y equal 2 times x4 root 3 square minus 1. Okay, where is x? So last class I shown last video 2 times, what is root 3 square? Root 3 multiple root 3, root 9, that is 3. What is root 5 square? Root 5 multiple root 5, root 25, that is 5. Okay, this is 3, right? So answer 6 minus 1, 5. So after solving like this manner, you will receive a straight line equation. Y equal 5 is you learn the grade 8 maths also, like grade 9. Y equal 5 is where? Y equal 5, here y equal 1, y equal 2, like that. Y equal 5, this line. Then next you draw this line. Y equal 5, draw that line, y equal 5. Then what the solution? How to find the square root 3 answer? Where this line y equal 5 and the parabola cuts. It cuts here. And see vertically down, this is one answer. It cuts here. See vertically down, this is the other answer. This is the method, right? Every square root has two solutions, plus side and minus side. It becomes same answer. You check properly. If you draw on your graph sheet, it may be minus 1.7 like that. Here 1 plus time 1.7. So you can write that root 3 1.7 plus or minus also. We write like this, plus or minus 1.7. Check if it's 1.6, no matter, you write 1.6. The exact answer, 1 decimal more or less, they will give marks. No matter that is, they will excuse. Marks available in the scheme. Okay. Okay, right. So I will show you more parts, right? The idea important, not only for exam, for any other question you can answer more parts. But final paper they ask 3 or 4 parts only. So here my next 6th part, right? This. If the above graph transformed by 360 degrees, by 180 degrees, by 180 degrees, by 180 degrees with the same symmetric axis, write the equation of the new function. Write the equation of the new function. Write the equation of the new function. See an important idea. So what do you mean? So as I mentioned mistake 3, I said 360. So I am here. If I turn 360, what happened? If I jump by 360, again me like this, no change. So if I turn by 180, what is my pen? Turn by 90, turn by 90, this is 90. 180, another 90. So see here, 180 means here. What happened? The top comes down. The peak or the other one comes up. So like me, if I turn by 180, my head down, foot up. Think that idea. So that's here minimum. Just turn by 180, it become a maximum graph, right? It become a maximum graph. So write the maximum equation. So what happened? Yeah, minimum minus 1 for this graph. So new graph, what happened? Maximum plus 1. Okay, maximum become plus 1. If there's a value 7 here, if I change it, this 7 comes to minus 7. Here there's a point plus 1, this point comes to minus 1. If there's a point plus 5, it becomes minus 5, completely changed by minus. So I said very first video, the equation comes maximum minimum idea. So answer is y equal, the graph 2x square minus 1 completely changed by what? Minus. Put a minus. Okay. Now better you bracket, remove and give it multiply minus. Minus 2x square minus minus plus 1. Okay. This is the equation, important part for the future exams. Turn by 180 by the same symmetry. Same symmetry. If you change the symmetry, that's different, right? Okay. Right, another question, another that 7th part. Part 7. If the above drawn graph, transformed 2 units, write A part, along the negative direction of y, write B part, along the positive direction of y, and right below write the equations of the new functions. See, and the important part is there in the book also, there are such a questions. So what happened, what the meaning of that term I used is the graph you drawn, right? So now I am here, I came here, I transfer, I change my position, change my location, live position along the ground or somewhere. So here in the graph sheet, this plan, first I transform this graph 2 units along the negative side of the graph. Where negative direction of the y, where up or down, negative side is down. Negative side is down. So I transform 2 units down. That means I am pulling this. I am pulling 2 units. So what happened is minus 1, minus 2, minus 3 is it. So graph goes something like this. Minus 1 here, pull 2, minus 1, minus this, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. So if you see all the previous video, I said this value always gives you the maximum or minimum, right? So the new graph, what happened, comes down, minus 3 is the minimum. Others are same. So what the equation? A part, y equal 2x square minus 3. That's the equation, right? Then you can answer the B part. Next I said, I am pulling where? Positive direction of the y, upward. The drawn initial original graph, I produce upwards 2 unit. So where is that? Here to here 1, here 2, this goes like here. This goes like this. So write the equation. What happened? Minus 1 become plus 1, right? y equal 2x square plus 1 is the answer. Detailed solution, keep in touch, very important for any exam style questions, right? Okay, next I show you from your book, one of the problem from book. Take the last exercise, last page of graph section. Last page, take the last page. When you come to the video, you keep your book and see. Not only for model question, I show you the book work also. Take the last exercise, and there are 3 questions. Here I'll give the full detailed answers. 21.8. That is without drawing. See, first one. Y equal x square plus 2. Go through and see. This graph, first part, moves upward. They say upward and downward. I mentioned what? Positive direction of the y, negative direction. It's a clear pure maths word we use. Positive direction, negative direction. Here they say up and down, no matter, right? So it's the equation. Now they have to draw the new equation, first part. If I draw also, I'm explaining how this graph without drawing quickly. Become like this. Here 2, this is 2. The graph comes like that. So first part moves upward 2 units. They pull upward 2 units. What happened? The graph equation. See my previous question, I clearly explained that problems. So here 2, so pull there 2. Here the y. What happened? 3, 4. It goes through 4. It goes through 4, right? So what the equation there for? Y equal x square plus 4. That's the equation. Second part, pulling down, is it? Yes. Downward 2x, 2 unit is the original graph. Pull down 2 units, yeah. Here 0. Here 2, here 1 there, so 1. Here to here 1, see it's to 0, is it? Check, which is passes to the origin 0. This is very important idea. It was 2 earlier, pulling 2, then 2 to 1, 1 to 0. So what happened? This becomes 0. The original equation where it was 2, erase the 2, only 0. So answer y equal x square plus 0. That means y equal x square, right? So can you answer the second part? Stop the video, pause it and try on 2 and 3. Graph is y equal minus x square. Very first day of this video series for grade 10 graph I shown. How the y equal and minus x square become like this? The graph y equal minus comes in front of x square. Remember that graph is maximum. This moves upward along 3 units. They're moving 3 units upward, first part. So write down. I hope you do complete. Pull up 3 units. Then where? 1, 2, 3. This goes like this. Through 3. Plus 3. So what happened? This equation, this is plus 0, like this plus 0. We added 3. Y equal minus x square plus 3. Second part. Downward 3 units is the graph. Down, pulling down 3 units. Then what happened? Minus 1. Minus 2, minus 3. 2 minus 3. So what the equation? Y equal minus x square minus 3. Okay, I hope it clear this. This can show in the part 1 paper. They will use this pattern, the part 1 paper, 2 marks for this. Then try the last one. Last part, y equal 2x square plus 5. So if I show rough diagram of this, maybe these are without drawing, right? By experience, you can tell the maximum, minimum values. So maybe it becomes like this. Here 5. It's become a 5, right? So moves upward along the y 6 units. Take 6 upward, up. So what happened? This 5 becomes what? 6 mean? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So what is the equation? Y equal the new graph 2x square plus 11. Last one, 6 down. Take 6 down. Here 4. If you take here 5, another one, minus 1 is it? Take 6 down, check. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, minus 1. Okay. Here 5, another one here, no, minus 1. So second part answer, y equal 2x square minus 1, 6 down. Okay. It's the method. So I hope now you can draw properly graphs and answering the other typical type for the grade 10 syllabus. Practice some more questions. I can show in the one video some more problem and answering the parts below, not only drawing but also answer the other questions to get the full 10 marks easily. If you follow regular series my this graph video, you can catch the idea of the parabolic shapes.